Welcome back. I'm here with Marcus Nance. We're going to talk about his journey to Stratford. Marcus, thanks so much for joining me.
You are welcome. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for asking.
So, Marcus, you were born in California. What brought you to Canada?
Well, a number of things, a number of wonderful things brought me to Canada. First of all, I met a Canadian in university at the University of Illinois, and we got married, and I moved to Canada. Also, Hal Prince was doing a production of Showboat in Toronto, and they needed some Black opera singers to be a part of the Black community in the show. And I auditioned for that in Chicago, and I was lucky enough to get cast in the show. So I moved here to do that and to be a husband.
Wow, what a gift to Stratford. Thank you for coming. Marcus, you are a singer. You're an opera singer. I believe you're a jazz singer. You've done film. You've done live theater. Is there a particular absolute passion of yours, if you were to pick one?
I don't like to put myself in one slot. It's very important for me to keep energy in my career. My career has been changing since I was in my 20s, and it still changes. Like I just started doing TV film, and I'm in my 50s. So I love to keep learning and keep creating and to keep thriving in different ways. It was the pandemic, because there was no theater. The pandemic actually pushed me sort of into the TV film world, which was unexpected and was kind of one of the few cool things that came out of the pandemic.
Yeah, well said. How is film? Because I'm dying to know. How's film really different than doing a live production?
Well, you get to do it over and over and over again until you get it right. When you're on the stage, if you make a blooper, then that's there for the audience to see. But that's part of the excitement of live theater, right? And live performance. And the audiences usually love that. Yeah. And it's interesting because in TV film, they take it from a million different angles. I'm just used to performing in front of an audience and trying to make sure I keep myself forward rather than, oh, we're going to shoot your back now, we're going to shoot your left side now. And so you do the same scene 12 times.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Okay, last one. Opera to me is something that's completely different than, say, jazz. So how did you develop a passion for that type of singing?
Well, I was trained as an opera singer. That's what I wanted to do originally. And I do believe that that's where, in the same way that ballet for dancers, opera for singers gives you the best technique you could probably have as a singer. But through the years, like I said, I've just evolved and changed, and I wanted to put my foot in all kinds of waters. And I ended up starting to do cabaret. I was invited to perform at the Jazz Bistro in Toronto and the Metropolitan Room in New York. So I started dabbling in, Johnny Hartman, Ella Fitzgerald type jazz, which is, very standard type of singing with a great band behind you.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I love the freedom of it.
That's really cool. Okay, so let's connect Stratford. You did this Stratford Signatures that was it was in June that it was released. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah. Oh, I love living in Stratford. And I love this idea of Stratford Signature and sort of highlighting different artists in Stratford and what is your signature? What are the British Sisters' signature? So it was interesting to just bring myself to that and to say why I'm grateful for being in Stratford and what brought me to Stratford, what it's like living in Stratford, and then singing three wonderful songs. It's really.
So what is your signature?
Oh, I don't really have one. I think I have many signatures. My initials, my full signature, I'm tired of signing signature. But a lot, the first song I sang is called Grateful. And it's true to me. I'm very grateful. I feel very fortunate living in Stratford at this time. I feel very safe here. I sang some blues called I Can't Breathe, just to bring attention to the Black Lives Matter movement. And then I did Some Enchanted Evening, which was one of the first musicals I saw at the Stratford Festival, and fell in love with the musical and with the show and dreamed of working in Stratford, which eventually that dream did come true.
Well, Marcus, thank you. Thank you for coming to Stratford. Thanks for joining me. An absolute pleasure. I really appreciate it. Good luck with your new film career as well.
Thank you. I hope it keeps going.